were lucky. Cross me again, and your victory will not be won so easily.
Get med support down here, now! Help is on the way, my daughter.
There's honestly not much to say about this level until we get to the boss fight. You'll mostly just be trying not to get shot the whole time. But there's a couple of things I have to go over here and there, so we'll just go ahead and get right into it. The only weapon you'll be bringing is a 5-blade that you won't be using because you're going to do an unarmed start as soon as the level begins. Now, you've heard me mention it a few times throughout the series, but I'll finally get into it here. Enemy layout is important here. You want that guard to be standing in front of that little archway, and if he's not, that means you'll need to beat the level 1 or 2 times before he spawns in the right spot. Now, to be fair, if there's 2 enemies way in front of you beside, like to the left of that rock up there, you can kind of go a little bit to the right, and that enemy layout can still work. I just wouldn't recommend it. It makes things a lot harder on you. You're going to actually be resetting a lot just trying to land that. I don't know why it's so difficult, but Joanna just really doesn't like if you're just not in the perfect position looking at the octopus. So I'll show another clip of how it can be done.
Mechanical interface. Use your octopus.
I've never tried that method. It looks like it would be more consistent, but you also do that slow slide longer to get to the spot where she puts the octopus on. I guess just try both and see how they work and which one you prefer, but it seems like setting yourself right in front of it where she does as little moving as possible would be the fastest way to do it. So as soon as the octopus is placed onto the lock, you're just going to want to hold down on the left analog and it'll unlock it. Be careful not to spam A as you're turning to open the door because you can sometimes accidentally get into cover right beside the lock. I just punched that guard so he doesn't shoot me in the back. It's one less guard to worry about. It's honestly just something you should always do. Now that one actually went really well. Usually you'll get shot around and moved a lot more. So when you're trying to pull out the octopus, sometimes you'll get hit, moved out of the way. You can punch that guard to the right of you as you're running up here to decrease the chances of getting moved, but sometimes the snipers will just move you anyways. Now here it has multiple combinations that need to be selected, so wait for it to click before switching to the next one. The combination is up right, down, down right, down left. Now we're going to roll under this laser and kind of into that pillar, and we want to go left while we're doing it and kind of roll around so we can roll under the first laser to our left after we roll under this first one. I hope that doesn't sound too confusing. Either way, I'll show it. Now, once we break through the glass right here, there's going to be a guard with a mag sec that'll fire at us. Hopefully, you get time to punch him out, but if you don't, you can kind of hang left and get behind the pillars as you're running to the end of the level, and hopefully he won't fire at you. it'll take him a little bit longer to adjust his aim each time you go into cover. Now once we get here, we're just going to punch this guard and run to open the door, and that will start the boss fight. So this boss fight is, like you hear a lot in this game, this is where things start getting even more luck-based. She will always spawn right here each time the boss fight starts. This is always her first spawn, so you're just going to want to come over here and try to headshot her as soon as she appears. Now that you've taken her out the first time, one of these statues will come to life, and you'll have to go and take them out. Each statue takes either 2 punches to kill, 2 shots to the head, and 1 punch, or 4 shots to the head. Now, after her first spawn in the top left, once you've taken her out and then take out the first statue, there are multiple spawn points that she can appear at. I've marked an X on each of these. The bottom left one on the bottom floor with a question mark is one that she can probably spawn at, but I don't actually recall seeing her ever spawn there, so I just put a question mark there to be safe. But the rest of these are places I've seen her spawn throughout the runs I've looked at. Now, after you kill her the second time, 2 statues will come to life, and the fight, like last time, will continue until you've taken both of those statues out. As you can tell, my spawn points in this run are very lucky. I'm going to show another boss fight after this from a different run to give a better idea about how these fights will usually go down. Now, after the 7th time that you've killed her, 2 more statues will come to life, and those will be the last of the statues that appear. And after that, when you're fighting her, she'll have more health, but once you take her out, the whole fight's over. This is how the boss fight will normally go during runs. I'm going to speed it up a bit because I don't have many comments to make about it. And that is the end of my 5th tutorial on Purple Dark Zero individual level runs. Thanks for watching.